What's up, guys? So, one Model 88 coming back at you. Had a little thing going on yesterday, so there's no video, but we're back. This is the Savage Springfield Model 120 stock. I got stripped, sanded down. You can see I'm out in the shop today. It's a little bit warmer. And today, what we're going to do, as you can see, I started it here. I'm going to do something different on this. I'm going to be, before I put the stain on this, I'm going to be tiger striping this. I wanted to try this. You know, this is not a very expensive, very valuable gun. So I'm going to be tiger striping this. I already tried. Now you can wrap this with picture frame wire if you want. You know, wrap it around the gun all the way up. That way you have lines to follow. You take your, I'm using this cheap little butane torch because my torch head for my my Coleman lantern propane tank, my small one, that disappeared. I don't know where the hell it's at. I'll have to look for it in the spring. I went into Kohl's and they're out of stock. Apparently they can't get them in stock. So I'm going to have to make do with this little Bo Jiden crack pipe lighter here. So that's what we get for being free Americans. Free crack pipes and butane lighters, torches. Don't mind that noise. That's the squeaky spot on the floor of my shop, but we're going to get started here. Now, like I said, a lot of people do it with the wire wrap, so you have something to follow. I'm going to do it free-handed, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to do some of it on camera here for you. I already started this little spot. You don't want to go too dark. So let's see what we got. There we go. And even if you do go a little bit dark, you can sand that down. Now remember, the tiger stripes are not perfect, so you do not need, you don't want to. I had to close that door. That wind was blowing this out. I'll stand this up so it'll be better. But you don't need perfect stripes is what I'm saying. So, I mean, if it does get black or whatever, you can sand it out. Now, this is not going to be perfect. I like doing stuff more freehand just to see, how it turns out. Yeah, these stripes are not going to be perfect, but that's not what I'm going for. So this is going to be listen. This will be a lot better, if I had a pattern, the pattern of something. However, I want to do this freehand just to see how it turns out. Perfect gun to do it to. So we're going to see how it turns out. And these are going to be a lot more thinner of a stripe than what you see some other YouTubers doing. But I wanted to try to do things a little different on this. Free-handed, man. If there's nothing, unless you're doing something for a museum or, whatever, somebody who's super picky, this is the way to do it. Do stuff free-handed like this, you learn more. You use your mind a little more when it comes to this. And you see this stripe and this stripe are spaced out more than these two, so be it. This gun is not going to be perfect on either side. It's not going to match the other side. Certain spots might, just by shit luck. Like I said, it's not what I'm going for here. Stripes are going to be darker than others. That's fine for me, you know. I'm not looking for museum quality. I just wanted to put this on here to show you guys what you can do. And if you see some flame, don't worry. I'm not gonna burn my gun, you know, to the ground. Like I said, they look black, but you'll sand it. Now I'm gonna do this side, and you'll sand it. As you can see, there's some of them wet spots popping up. That is actually from the heat. The night that I soaked this and stripped it, that stripper got down into this wood, and this is a different kind of wood. I've never worked with this wood. Now it is I read up on these guns, they are a walnut finish. But the wood itself is not walnut. The wood, they made 3 kinds of wood. These guns they made with 3 kinds of wood over the years. They used basswood, birchwood, and gum, I believe, white gum, or white birchwood. It's birchwood, gum, and bass. So, I mean, it's a super light gun. So, I mean, the stripper that I used, that citrus strip, really adhered different to it, and it really soaked in. So that's what you see. The heat is bringing some of that up, which it ain't no big deal to me. Alright, guys are out of frame here a little bit. Get this side done. I'll move you. Alright, I'm gonna follow this down a little bit. Some of you may not like this, you know, why would you do that to, you know, perfectly fine stock, but gun ain't worth much to me. This is a project gun. So, to each their own, man. I enjoy this kind of stuff. You see, the flames sometimes go out because this is not a closed in or an insulated little shop here. Like I said, this will be a lot. I mean, it depends what you want to do. Your stripes, you could do a lot more. You could control the heat better on a bigger tank, you know. But I mean, this will do the job. And some people, you know, if you look on YouTube, the other guys that do this, they'll slant instead of coming straight down. They'll slant a tiger stripe, because tiger stripes, you know, they're different. They're all different. So some slant them, some bring them straight down. I'm going to bring them straight down just because, well, it's because it's my gun and I can. I just want to do a little different on this. And people, like I said, people do this to guitars, you know, all kinds of different wood products, you know, of course, gun stocks. Probably going to have to, with all that stuff popping up here on wet spots, I'm going to have to probably sit this overnight, possibly, in front of my little space heater. I got to dry that out more. You see that's an imperfect stripe. We touch her up a little. Yeah, we'll touch her up a little. That ain't gonna look too bad. I ain't worried about it. So it's not meant to be a showpiece. And we're gonna see once I sand this. It's a little funky. Clean that up a bit. Set this down here and do the rest of this. Get that frame there. Now the term for this, I mean, everything I've seen, people just call it tiger striping, or char striping, or charring. We'll call it what you want. I think it's neat. You know, it's a little something different you can do. I'm gonna switch to my left hand for this. If that blocks it, I'll stick with my right hand here. Like I said, there, that stripe's different. It's actually slanted inward. But like I said, I'm not going for perfection here. You don't want it to look too trashy, I guess. But, you know, once we get to the end here, as you'll see, if you pay attention at all to any of the new, even if you go back to maybe the 80s or so, there was, you know, talking about the end of these, the end piece right here, a lot of manufacturers would leave them black. You know, from here to the end, you know, that from here to here, that will be black, like the little end cap piece. That's one side, guys. Now I might even, you know, there's some that are a little, you know, out of sync, if you will. I might darken this up a little bit back here quick. But what I was gonna say, you know, some people bring the stripes all the way down underneath the belly. You can if you want. I don't know if I'm going to. I might just, you know, make that a solid stain on the bottom, stripes on the side, solid. You know, keep this top back piece here, the buttstock. Maybe keep this the way it is, and then just start on this side and go down. We'll see. I'm gonna darken these up a little bit in the back. As you can see, these two, this one and this one kind of slants this way. This is straight down. So I mean, there's an imperfection in it. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not, because this is freehand. And if I wanted this, honestly, if I wanted this to be showroom quality, I'll probably take it to somebody, because I'm not. I'm not quite the artist. So if I was worried about any kind of perfection, I would take this to somebody. Now I will on the other side. Yeah. I will try to keep them semi, symmetrical to this side. You don't want it to look awful. So they say. But like I said, don't have to be perfect either. I think that's about it. I'm gonna try to bring these all close down to the seam here, as I can. Touch this guy up a little bit here. That's good, guys. These are a little close here on the back, but I think it looks pretty damn good, actually. Different. I like stuff that's different. You see too many guns. Everybody's different. They have their preferences, but there's too many just run-of-the-mill blah stuff. I think other stuff's a little different, to be honest. But a little variety. I'm going to bring these up a little bit. Like I said, this is not going to be for everybody. There'll be some people, I'm sure. Why in the hell would you do that to the gun? Well, because it's mine. Because I can. Let's see, we used right half a torch. Probably a little more than half of a bottle of that. I'll have another one. And should I sand this side or stripe the other side? I'll flip her over, guys. We'll stripe it here quick. I'll be back. Alright, guys, we're back. Flip this over. I'm going to let that torch cool a little bit and grab a drink. But I think I was looking at this. As you can see at the bottom, once I do this side, I'll be able to line, go up. Try to keep them symmetrical. I think I am going to come all the way down on this buttstock, but I am going to leave. Probably going to from about here. I'll bring that one up, and then from this spacing down, I will see. I might leave all that just straight stain instead of bringing the stripes around. But let me see what it looks like once I do the other side here. And from that heat, a lot of that moisture is coming up out of there yet. So I'm definitely going, all that. This balsa or basswood or whatever, it's either bass or gum or the hell's the other one? I just lost my bass or gum. Birch was the other one. It's one of them three, and I never worked with this. This stuff really holds moisture. So once I sand this, I will set it in front of the heater, draw that moisture out. I had to do that, like I said, the other night too. Apparently it didn't all come out, but Let me grab a drink here. H2O. All right. We're back with the trusty torch. Move this down. See what we got from this end. Yeah, you can just see there, there's a little imperfection. It comes to the top and it kind of curves, but I'm not gonna get all depressed. Am I? No. So there's that one. We will come around. Make sure everything touches. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do that, but I will. Come around on this side and take it up through. Actually, the shadow is different when you're going up through, so bring it down through. So it's warmer out here today, but the wind is still blowing. Touch this back one up a little bit. So it's imperfections. The stripes. We'll try to keep them as symmetrical, as far as lining them up to both sides as I go. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not difficult, but keep a steady hand. At the end of the day, I'm not worried about perfection, obviously, here, but still take a little pride in my work. So, you don't want it to look like some 3-year-old did it. No disrespect to 3-year-olds. Kids nowadays, man, they can do all kinds of crazy shit. Built different, as they say, than we were. I was a 3-year-old. I was outside with my buddies, my little homies, playing in the mud puddles and digging up night crawlers and, putting them in jars with some soil and some grass, saving them for the next fishing trip with Pappy or the old man. Got a little backlash there on that. Sucker caught fire. So the first side was kind of easy. because you just freehanded it. You know, that was kind of your base on that side. Now you got a second side here. That you want to kind of model it after. So you gotta be a little more particular on this side. I don't like that back stripe. There we go. Better. Better. Perfect. Now. Better. Better. But, I don't know. Back to the kids thing. We did stuff differently.